Alright, howdy cowdies, hope you're going good. Weekly walkabout time at the collector. We've been busy again, we've got heaps of cool stuff. Got some nice silver and sort of amber jewellery. These cute little bears, this little one on the left hand side. See a little slit in his sort of belly, it actually opens up and it's a compact inside or a rouge pot. So there's a mirror on the right hand side, a little pot on the left for your face powder and stuff, and his head comes off as well. But he is missing an ear. Nice little gold stick pin and some more silver, and these are a great little collection of the Dinky Toy die casts. Connaught, the Van Wall, and a couple of Maseratis. The box is for a Maserati. You can see that the end is missing off the box, and one of the Maseratis, the base plate, the plate underneath with all the Dinky branding is a little bit loose. But they're just in pretty damn good condition. Nice little cedar veneer commode, a little lift up lid there. All lead lined, nice little planter with the carved sort of decoration on the front and the back. This is really nice. The Victorian sort of reminds me of like spider webs actually on the side there. The Victorian little white wire metal table, but we do have to be a bit careful because the white paint's sort of coming off it. Some nice Australian mid-century chairs. We've got some dolls, including this nice little Lency one. Some more dolls. Punky Brewster, Snoopy, and Ewok, and Raggedy Andy, the string puppet. They're really cool. I just really like the tracksuit that Snoopy's wearing. What else have we got? As new Harley Davidson jacket. This is pretty cool. The ladies' crushed velvet gown there, made by Rosita in Austria, in Vienna. Pretty cool. Boxes of stuff, some things, some more stuff. Big lot of books and records and all sorts of gear. There's some good stuff in amongst. History of St Kilda, 1840 to 1930. There's nice Australian historical. Wotton's Chronicles of Pharmacy. Good little box of CDs with the cool Beatles yellow submarine cushion and a drum. What do we got here? We've got some nice lights and lamps. Like this little green one here. The big copper anodized gooseneck. Some nice retro Pyrex sort of oven glass. You can see some cool sort of lids on them and stuff like that. Another box of dolls. Little group lot with a nice little turntable and a nice little Rapar PA amplifier. Tools, a Bayou portable typewriter. What else have we got? Some glitzy jewellery. Really like this little lady's sort of bag, makeup bag. It's double-sided and it drops sides, but you can see in here there's a little switch. So there's a little light. It's sort of a little light globe in here. All right, you can see that clear perspex, so it actually lights up the other side as well. It's just really cool. Never seen a little lady's sort of handbag, makeup bag with a little light inside it. I guess that's where the batteries go. And you get a bonus pair of spectacles, which are pretty cool. Big lot of gloves. Big lot of records, like 4 boxes full of them. Some more dolls. It's a good little Newmark turntable. Signed Darcy Doyle prints with some other frames and stuff. Big lot of magazines. Frankie, Vogue, Hot Volkswagens, Volkswagen Trends. What else have we got down here? Big lot of sort of industrial stuff, stacking bins in the cabinets with some big tools and stuff to go with them. Good big lot of radios and little sort of portable cassette decks and things like that. More dolls and bears, doll wigs, big lot of Sotheby's catalogues, some cool bar stuff in amongst here, red anodized. You can't go past a Captain Morgan tricorn hat. The old South Melbourne Swans tray's pretty cool as well. Camera gear, this is nice. A little Kodak autographic. Has a little stylus still on the back there, and it's got this nice little baby branded metal tripod to go with it. Some cool old hats and flags. Modemere Masters 1984. Signed roulettes. RAAF sort of aerobatic team. You've got a beer droid. There you go, Cooper's Brewery, fully automated brewing system. It's all complete in the box. Big lot of laser discs. Alright, all these Laserdisc movies. They were a medium Jumanji. Wasn't around for very long. Robert Duvall. Stalin. The Mission. There's just heaps of cool stuff in there. Pair of decorative oil paintings with a nice Japanese lamp. Box of camera gear. Cool lot of portable TVs. This little Toshiba colour one's a ripper, and this little Casio one as well. It's got all the instructions and the plug and stuff for it. You got some packaged Star Wars toys and some loose army stuff. You got a big Batmobile down there as well. Little Triangminic tank's pretty cool. Little Sherman tank. Fantastic white 1980s retro Pioneer stereo system. Just a ripper. Canterbury Lane big shop sign. All hand painted. Good lot of CDs. There's some good gear in here. A bit of Nirvana. Salt and Pepper. Counting Crows. The Beatles. Chili Peppers. Enya. All sorts of gear. Jerky Boys. You haven't heard the Jerky Boys? They do fantastic crank calls. What else have we got? Nice little table with that heavy cast metal bass. Brazilian classical guitar from 1977. This is pretty cool. New old stock. Firestone vintage car tyre. It's marked on the bottom here, gum dipped. S or 650-16. There you go. So with that sort of weird green sort of paint on one side, just plain on the other. Good lot of Australian art books. The John Catapan one signed. All right, another lot of Australian art reference, and a nice little Ida Uthwaite print. There's some good books. These McCulloch dictionaries are really good to have floating around. And these are all nice little James Quinn catalogues as well from an exhibition at the Victorian Art Society. Box of cameras. We've got group lots of ladies' bags down the bottom, some good designer stuff, good mixed lot of records with some Chinese coloured vinyl in amongst. And here we go, a couple of bits of glass, a couple of pins, and some books. It's a bloody big rolling pin. Big lot of modern costume jewellery, some other jewellery, good lot of singles, retro sort of kitcheny stuff, and this cool little Bakelite Viewmaster with some Batman and other sort of slides and stuff in there. That goes with the retro kitcheny stuff. Mixed group lot with matches and cigarette lighter bits and bobs and books. Australian sort of historical and art, overseas art reference. Some good stuff. Gilbert and George, Degas, the Henry Moore one. Got some good pickies, this nice big gilt frame Chinese watercolour. Got this grouping little Pro Heart coloured etching. Caribe, I think is his name. He's an Argentinian artist. It's a cool big colour lithograph, but we've got his full name in the catalogue. A little British school piece. And the Mika Cohen, nice big colour etching. Then we've got some other Colin McCann book. Fantastic New Zealand modern painter. Got a couple of nice little Japanese woodblock prints. I just can't remember the name of the artist. Some scales. These things are pretty cool. Big sort of oil paintings there on big sort of burlap sacks or old Hessian sacks. No signatures or anything on them. It's kind of cool. There's something kind of cool about them. Some wax dolls, including Little Miss Grumpy. Scales, kitsch. Retro sort of painting on felt there. Collection of cigarette lighters. And this is the last of them. Alright, unless some more turn up, and some more here. Some of these are good advertising ones. Here's a rip of that Cole fix. New bloke Cole once who could fix stuff. Some Native American dolls, these little skookum dolls. Pretty cool there, wrapped in their nice little blankets. Globe of the world with all the sort of, it's upside down, sort of inlaid semi-precious stones and stuff. Good lot of Australian records, good lot of dolls. Some Exterminate Daleks, the remote control one there. It's got a little bit of damage here and there, plus this little one as well. Cool lot of retro kitchen stuff. Really like the green scales with the canisters, but you can see there's damage there. And a couple of the nice big melamine barbecue plates. Some more dolls. Dinky toy military die casts. Another good lot of dolls, Chrissy, and this one's from, I can't remember her name, Hot Looks or something, but they weren't around for very long, and Ethnic Barbie. 18th and 19th century maps. So you got the 19th century Western Australian one, and some of these ones of England are 1793 and stuff like that. This is a tank viewing sort of scope or periscope. You can see there's a little bit of damage on the glass on both sides, but it's a pretty cool thing and it actually works. Another good little lot of dolls and soft toys. Fantastic old baseball catcher's mitt. Mixed lot of vinyl. Good little lot of tin toys. Little streamline one there and the little plastic Merc. Original Money Bank. Never seen one with a top hat. Clash 12-inch single with a Sunny Boys LP. More cigarette lighters, which you've already seen. This is a great big friction drive tin toy Buick, something like that. There's no maker's marks underneath. The 1980s, we think. Those little Phillips head screws. Cool little rocket-shaped lamp. Some more nice celluloid dolls. Another great collection of dinky toy die-cast racers. And funnily enough, they're the lot before all the sound effect racing car records. The sounds of Sebring. There you go, for the 1950s. They're really quite cool. Cuban corners. Another good little lot of toys. I like these little wind-up sort of crawl-along animals. Crash by Night movie poster. Super Vixens movie poster. Russ Meyer film. Mixed script. Lots of nice collection of the Amethyst art glass. Some scales. Some more good records. Jive to Stay Alive, Dennis Garcia, 1977 Australian, like Electro. Pretty cool thing. Nice lot of coloured glass. You got some carnival glass and this nice sort of bohemian hand-painted bell. Flash cut. Two more dolls. A couple of Australian sort of historical books. The Lambent Flame, which is the history of gaslighting in Australia. And I mean actual lighting, not gaslighting. More dinky toys. You got the Aston Martin. This Jag looks like it's been repainted, but whoever's done it's done it properly. They've actually got all underneath it and everything like that. So they've taken the base plate off. Deirdre Hunt cabinet plates, which are nice. Little collection of science fiction space toys. The Robotech Rick Hunter carded figure, Astro Boy, reboot, and this cool Zentradi battle armor or something like that from Robotech as well. Another good lot of dinky toys. The old Woody. Couple of rollers. There you go. You got a couple of scale model fighter planes, a MiG-3 and a big P-47 Thunderbolt. It's pretty cool. It's still got its drop tanks and all its rockets and stuff. Good things. They're big scale. I think they're like one probably 48 scale, 132 or something like that. Two more dolls. Really cool Stones, Australian Stones album. Get your yah-yahs out. Cool thing. A good little lot of Lesney at diecast with the Coke truck, the little Esso petrol pumps and the rest. Soft toys, more soft toys. Really like the Joy Toy line. He looks like he's sort of going fast, standing still. Another Joy Toy woofer dog. This little Lassie woofer dog's pretty cute, but a little bit damaged, needs a little bit of repair in the front there. This is a great bit, the Mandy Toniolo, Australian pottery. Nice big sort of planter there. It's unsigned. But it's a great bit. She's a great, great artist. Not sure if she's still doing stuff, but I wish she was. Cool stuff. Murano lollies and some other bits of glass that are a little bit damaged. 3 pairs of bookends, all alabaster and marble and stuff. Good lot of CDs. The Clash, Bjork, Billy Bragg, Pink Floyd, Jesus and Mary Chain, The Vines. Great album. Another good doll. Another good lot of singles, some Australian stuff. Little group of Australian pottery. Interesting little sort of lot. Scales and weights, a clock, some costume jewellery and a nice Italian glass dip pen. Kids' toys, the Spawn car, Spider-Man Jeep, some spaceship from Independence Day, and that thing. Don't know what this is from, but it reminds me of some car out of Death Race 2000 or something like that. These are cool. The carded vintage Machine Men, Bandai. Little transforming robots. These guys were around before Transformers. I think everywhere else they were called GoBots. I think maybe Australia and maybe somewhere else had them as Machine Men. Another good lot of records. This Stars on 45 one's a bit interesting. It's early sort of samples and stuff of famous songs. It's a pretty interesting thing again. Concerts for the people of Kampuchea with The Clash. It's interesting how they're up the top of the list there, and there's only bloody one of their tracks on it. But Ian Jury, The Pretenders, The Specials, The Who, David Bowie vinyl, good lot, all Australian pressings. Another lot of dinky toys, the Massey Harris tractor there with the manure spreading trailer, which actually works, but thank goodness we had no manure to test it. Another good lot of rock and roll records, Eddie Cochran, Little Richard, heaps of good stuff. Bill Haley, sort of soft toys, some good gear in amongst there, some more old dolls, coloured depression glass, Australian pottery, another doll. Her eyes looks like it's fallen out. We were trying to get a little eye patch for her, but another good little doll. She had a haircut. Nice bit of art glass. Some more art glass. Pretty cool record. Ben Hewitt. He sounds a lot like Elvis. Really cool thing. Bullock and Royal Albert. Mary Elliott, Isabel, and a nice bit of Italian glass. And then you've got these three nice bits of blue glass. Nice little Australian pottery drink set up the top there, which is just signed Margaret and dated 1949. A couple of the cups have got a little bit of damage, but it's a nice little lot. Two more bits of glass, another doll, more glass. But that's that, all that nice Italian hand-painted stuff. A couple of Taiwanese cats, a West German vase, and an Ellis Australian pottery ashtray. And into the last cabinet, we've got some more nice things, little collection of dolls, little Spelter figure. This bronze is a lovely bit. He's the last lot of the night. Unsigned bronze. This is a lovely old photograph album with this heavily embossed copper sort of inset panel to the cover. And I do remember who it was. I've just forgotten the story, but I know this guy was Percival's son. From the, Percival who found the Holy Grail, I'm pretty sure. A couple more dolls. One of them's laying down on the job. A couple of nice bits of European Art Nouveau ceramics. The Eichwald vase has got a little bit of damage. You can see a chip on the corner there. But this tri-handled one's really nice. All hand decorated. Little Show and Hut doll, I think. Show and Hut, something like that. Another good lot of singles. AC/DC, Sex Pistols. There's a New Zealand Sex Pistols single. But we don't have the original sleeve for it. But it's a pretty rare little record in amongst that lot. Beautiful cribbage board. Another lovely doll. Got a bit of an expression on her face. Two nice bits of glass, a little Froggy and the Caithness, uranium glass, some Fenton and other Victorian glass, another nice little doll, great little book, Eureka Stockade the Centenary, 1854 to 1954, rare thing, could only find it in the National Gallery of Victoria's collection. Two more nice bits of glass, Cambridge American amber glass jug with all the raised decoration. Lovely big pair of hand-decorated vases. They've both got a hairline cracking in them from the top. They're both unmarked. The bases look to be Japanese. Yeah, they're just a bit interesting. Nice pair of hand-blown uranium glass plates. The Christian Waller book, The Gates of Dawn. I think we sold another one a couple of auctions ago. These are great. The Australian books by Michael Salmon, and they're both signed by him. The Monster That Ate Canberra, Son of the Monster. More uranium glass and this ripping little Art Deco English cube teapot. Anyway, guys, that'll do. Hopefully you saw something you liked. Oh, yeah. Check that out. There's the head on that. But when you do this, or maybe that, it's one of those dolls with two heads. There you go. You got Happy, and then you've got that one. Fantastic. See you guys tomorrow night.